Oh, welcome back. This is Rosemary. She's a new bun of mine. I believe she's a chocolate chinchilla. She's got a pretty face. Recently got her. She was outside bunny, and Rose has wool mites. No! So we're going to show you how to properly groom and take care of the wool mite problem, which we'll have to cut all her hair off to make her better. And after we do that, I'm sure she'll have a lot more hair growth on her ears, because she's kind of lacking that a little bit, which I believe is because she was outside and she has the wool mites. So where we start with is the blower. I always start with the blower, so we'll do this first. Blowing her, I will take my slicker brush, this one, and I will start brushing her hair from, I'll go from the bottom like this in sections to the top all the way around her. When I'm brushing, I'll hold down up here and then I'll brush this section down here, which is hard to show you guys one-handed. But let's see if I can do it this way. Let's see if I can lean this up on here. Actually, I'll ask my husband. Jason, can you come help me?
Sure.
Okay. So I can show you guys how to properly groom, because we don't want to hurt the bunny. So if you could just hold this here. So I'll go around her whole body and I will brush the hair like this. And I'll pull a little extra and then brush it straight. And then brush it straight, and I'll do this around the whole bunny, and then I'll flip up to the bottom and I'll start in the middle and I'll do the same thing and take a little bit at a time, and I'm holding the skin down so we're not hurting the bunny. It's a two-hand thing here, and I will go around the whole bunny and do this. Then I'll show you when I'm done, but you'll have to pick up from underneath, and I like sitting like this. Hi. I'll cross my leg and I'll hold the bunny, and then I'll straighten her leg out, and I'll do sections on her legs as well, and I'll get all the debris and the hair straight. See, this is a big sign of wool mites. See these little white, it's not even flaky, but she's had medicine a couple times already, so that's what happens after you give the medicine. You'll see this kind of hair come out like that, like the mats are coming apart because the wool mites are dying. And I'll brush her out like this all the way around. Her tummy too. Okay. Her tummy too. Her whole body before I cut her hair. And then her face. I'll use the little comb and I'll comb out her whiskers on her face. But just so you see the idea of it, everything's got to go. There's mats. See these mats? Those got to go. Hello. And that's how you properly groom. And that's just prepping so you can part the hair in sections afterwards and start cutting and shearing the hair off. But this is my routine. So after I brush her hair, I blow her out again. And you can see her hair looks a lot better now. But we all know that she's got wool mites and that hair's got to come off. So what I'll do is I will brush in sections, starting from the top. And I'll make like this. And I will get my shears and I will part bunches and cut sideways. So I cut one piece there, and I'll just continue to work my way around the top of her body, and I'll make sections like this, and I'll try to make them straight and cut it off. Being careful not to cut too close to the skin. And normally I would save this hair and put it in a plastic bag, but she had wool mites, so it gets thrown out. And you just keep working around in sections the whole body. Okay, I'm about halfway done with the top. Okay, I'm about halfway done here with the top of her. I want to show you guys, this is wool mites. And you could just see the flakes. They're not walking. You just see the damage. It's dry skin from the wool mites. Am I mad? No. She was a, bunny from a barn. And she was kept outside, and I expected it. Many bunnies are like this. She's a little cutie. I can't wait to use her as a chin. I can't wait to get babies from her. But I have to take all this hair off first before I can work with her. And this helps with the health tremendously. She's going to have big improvements. So, as I'm going, you see how there's uneven pieces? Well, I'll take these smaller scissors. These are, I bought these at Walgreens also. These were the expensive ones. They're a little bit bigger. These were $22. These were like 12 bucks. And I will kind of even it out a little more with the smaller ones. See? I'm just going to even it out and make her look a little prettier. And I'll do this as I go along. And try to make it look a little bit more even. See? We're getting there. Okay, so I got most of the hair off the top here. Now I will have to get this area. The skin's really thin and sensitive in this area, and you see the mats. That's got to come off. So when I use these scissors, I like to use. These are nose hair scissors. They got a little curve to them. They're pretty sharp. And what I'll do is I'll get underneath the mat, and if I can show you. Okay, so I'll get underneath the mat and see where some of the hair pulls straight. I'll go underneath it with the scissors and cut that off. And then I'll start working down this way and getting this off on the sides. And I use those scissors because they're smaller and I don't want to have any accidents. So that's where I'm at. So I got her feet done, and I'm working my way up here, and see how I'm still parting the hair underneath. And then I'll go cut it across. Okay, so I'm going to get her cheeks now and underneath here. And gotta be very careful around the eye area. All this stuff has to come off. I had to take a little break because I had issues with my dog. So don't feel bad if you have to stop in the middle of things and go back at it. another time, because that's exactly what I had to do. But she's looking a lot better already. And I could tell just by cutting her last time that I was getting some new hair growth on the ears. Those are coming out a lot better. So, and a couple of wool mite treatments with the Invermect is making her come out a little better. So when you're cutting her, you want to hold her ears like this when you're cutting underneath, and just manipulate her body the way you want it to be. A lot of times I'll grab and go like this so I don't cut by accident, cut their skin. I'll do like that. Then I'll come back at it. See, I've already done this side, but it's not done. I usually go back at it and get it lower. I've trimmed her nails already on this side. I'm gonna be real careful, feeling where the skin is and where her body is. I just use my fingers to guide my scissors. I don't have accidents. This is how I get the legs. You want to try to get down as much as you can, especially when they're in this kind of condition, because you want the hair to grow back. You know, nice new hair. A lot of fluff right here. And I keep feeling to judge where the skin is. So I don't have any accidents. That's a hard area right here underneath the armpit. It's a sensitive spot. Always get mats under there too. See how I'm just moving her around and kind of manipulating her where I want her to go. It's pretty thick under the chin. So, I'll grab the ears again. Try to stretch her body out. I have a scent gland under there, so you want to try to clean as much as you can. This hair's pretty thick, as you can see. I'll get the long part off first, and then I'll come back at it a second time so I can get, you know, closer. See, there's a lot of fluff here. I could, not worried about cutting her, but when you get closer like this, you gotta feel. And then I'll brush it, and I keep going back at it, and I get as close as I can. Then see, like here, I get a mat on the face. I will use these little guys, and I'll pull, and when I see the hair straight, see what I mean? Then I could get closer. You want to try to get underneath if you have a mat to get rid of, so it doesn't come back. You want to get rid of it. And then, see, there's a mat. This is okay. You want to get it off so you have nice new grow. And if you can see how hairy I am, be prepared for that. Happens to all of us. See? Got that off. Get under the chin more. There's a lot of fluff here. I usually go at the top and work my way down. And if you want to check out the teeth, like that. Say, hey, how's your teeth doing? Check them out like that. Hello. And they squirm sometimes. Sometimes when they squirm like that, and you've been holding them for a while, they're like, hey, I gotta go pee. And you might want to give them a break here and there. If they're fighting you a lot, Usually if they're fighting you a lot, it's because they gotta go potty. See? You gotta go potty? See, sometimes. And when you're cutting underneath, especially the girls, they have little boobs. And see, there's one there. And you don't want to cut one of those off. You gotta be real careful. So I'll put my finger over it and cut like that, just to be careful. But I'm gonna let her have a little potty break, and then I'll finish cutting her up, and then I'll show you what she looks like when she's done. Okay, I am finito. I am done. Got all the wool mites off of her. Now, she may not look the prettiest, but this was more for the health of the rabbit. Getting all the wool mites off. And all the yucky hair. And she should have really good hair next time. These ears are nice. Okay, so we'll give her another treatment of Invermect. How you do it is behind the ear, one drop behind each ear. And she had it so bad, I do it on the base of the tail too. So, that's how much I got left. I only did like half. A little more on. She had the wool mites pretty bad. And anytime you do this, you want to put them in a nice clean cage. So I cleaned out a cage for her. And she's all done. Now all she has to do is grow her hair back.